Hello everyone and welcome to Wednesday. And I apologize for the fact that I am sure it is very echoey in here. This is gonna be a really weird vlog because there has not been a lot of talk, and by a lot I mean any, talk about this prior, but we're moving. And this is our new place. Now I should clarify before I get too far into this. We don't own this. This is another rental. The housing market is a little bad. But I thought I'd give you a very quick house tour and then explain a little more about how this happened and what's going on. So when we come in the front door, we got a little dining room. Little dining room here. We will not be using it as a dining room, almost certainly, but that's okay. We come in here. This is I guess this is the living room.
Yeah.
Living room, breakfast nook. You got the kitchen. We come around back. We got a little half bath here and then an office. It's an office because it doesn't have a closet. I guess that's how that works. The garage, coat closet. And we come around here and we got stairs. This is the stair song, by the way. All right, when we get to the top of the stairs, we have a loft. No idea what I'm gonna do with this yet. Some sort of closet. Washer and dryer. You will notice that the appliances are included in this property. Which means now we have an extra fridge and an extra washer and dryer. I'm sure we'll keep the fridge for sure. Put that in the garage. Don't know what we're gonna do with that yet. Well, I mean, we're gonna keep these. These are nicer than what we have, the ones that we have already. Sell them, maybe. There's a full bath. And here is a bedroom one, I guess. It's got a closet. That's how you know it's a bedroom. Anything is a bedroom if you put something in it. On the other side of the loft is a bedroom, which has a little tiny closet and a sink. It connects to, that's not it, connects to this shared bath. There we go. Which has another sink on the other side, which connects to a room. I think this is kind of like a siblings room, like if you had two kids and they share a bath. I think that's what this is for. It also has a closet, which is how you know it is a bedroom. And as we come into bedroom 4, which is the master, it's a little bit bigger. And of course, it also has a master bath with the closet and the linen closet and a bathtub and a shower and a place where you do the poop. I was excited about the bath. I don't like baths, so I will be in the shower. And actually, while I'm up here, can show you, there's actually a big backyard, which, I won't probably do much with, but maybe possible. This was a lot. That was a very whirlwind of a few minutes for you, I'm sure, because you're like, oh my God, you guys are moving. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. Because there's actually quite a bit to explain related to this. So we are moving, and you're probably wondering why we didn't mention anything about it before, and that's because we didn't know if it was going to happen. We kept this a secret. In fact, we kept this a secret until today, just for the fact that we only just recently learned that we were actually going to be able to get this. So to provide a little clarity, we have wanted to move for a while, and we suspected heavily that we were going to move in 2022, but we weren't sure. And because we weren't sure, we didn't announce it because we didn't want to be like, oh, we're going to move, and then it fall through, and we're like, oh, never mind. We're going to stay in our current place for another year. So our lease is up at the end of July, and it was starting to get close to it, and we didn't really know what we wanted to do. We thought about, just signing the lease, and then if we wanted to maybe just break the lease later. But we learned that, breaking the lease can be bad because apparently it can affect your credit. And then also in South Carolina, at least, it can be quite messy. And it sounded kind of gross. And I was like, you know what? I don't really want to deal with that. So we asked our landlord for an extension because we wanted to, if we were going to move, we ideally didn't want to move in the summer. We wanted to move in the fall. because some are hot. And we asked the landlord for an extension and was told no. So I asked again, this time with the context of, hey, we've always paid on time for as long as we've been here. We've kept the house in perfect condition. The neighbors, we've never had any noise complaints or anything. The neighbors all love us. And we were told no again. So we then had to make the decision of either sign the lease and stay another year or very, very quickly try to get out, because it's not a whole lot of time. And we elected to get out. We elected to move. And one of the reasons that we've wanted to move and suspected that we were going to try and move in 2022 is that we don't have enough space. Arguably, we didn't have enough space in our current place when we moved in. One of the things that has been such a pain point for me is that we were never able to put up the big bookshelves full of games because the upstairs, where all of that stuff would have went, had sloped ceilings. I had to buy completely new bookshelves, and they could only hold a quarter of the amount of games that the other ones could. And as a result, we spent our entire time there, we've been there for 3 years, with games in the closet. Like, games are boxed up in the closet. Most of the games are boxed up in the closet, and that just sucks. That sucks a lot, because me and Mao have ideas for things that we'd like to do that require more space, and we haven't been able to do them. And as a result, we knew that we wanted to try and move, and we've done it. This is it. There is more room here than our current place, and that's exciting. We actually, I don't want to talk too much about what our ideas are, because I don't want to promise things or promise timelines or anything, but we've got really cool ideas that we want to explore, and we now have the space to explore them. And that's the part that's really exciting. Now, there's another part to this. The other part to this is that we are not in Myrtle Beach. We're not in Myrtle Beach. We are in Raleigh. And that might make sense, because we just did ChefCon and we did it in Raleigh. And yeah, it's different. It's not even the same state. We're in a different state. And this is a very complex thing, but the fast version, I'm going to try and do the fast version if I can. The fast version is many, many years ago, our group of friends, our group of Stephen and Friends folks, had joked about, oh, how cool would it be if we all lived together, if we all lived in the same town, if we could visit each other more than once a year and actually hang out and spend time together. And over the years, that became less of a joke and more of a, we could do this. What's preventing us from doing this? We can do this. And in the last 2 years, probably really since the pandemic started and everyone really missed each other, we've talked more and more about it, we should do this. We can do this. This is something that we can do. But we had to pick a place. And Raleigh ended up being that place. And there's not a one-size-fits-all place for everyone. Everyone's got different needs. And I want to clarify that there's no guarantee, no one's required to move. And I don't want to start listing names of people, because there's no guarantee that anyone will move here. I can't guarantee it. I can only say that for fact right now, Mao and I are here.
Yeah.
We're here. But Raleigh was a place that was at least agreeable to everyone. So that's what I think I'll just probably leave it at that. And I would have loved everyone to be okay with Myrtle Beach, but folks were not. Folks, the whole hurricane thing is kind of a big deal breaker for a lot of folks. We live just a few miles from the ocean, and it can be dangerous. It was a very traumatic thing for Mal to evacuate for the hurricane back in 2018. And a lot of our friends look at that and haven't lived on the coast before, and they're like, I don't want to have anything to do with that. So Myrtle Beach was out early on. And that's hard for me. I want to make sure I clarify that, because that's difficult. I mean, I grew up in Myrtle Beach. My parents are still there. So many of my friends are there. But Raleigh was a place that is kind of a compromise for me, because Raleigh is not very far away. It is less than 3 hours away. And I was not for me, I was not willing to go further away than that because I wanted to be able to get back. And I can, and I'm very grateful for that. So even though we are in a new place and all of the new things that come along with that, we're not very far from home, and we can return home very easily. So I can still get back and see my parents. In fact, it's so close that we can leave in the morning, spend an entire day there, and come home at night and not even need to stay overnight. So I'm very grateful about that. I'm still going to keep my connections then with my parents and my friends there, and I have a funny feeling that we'll continue to do our trade-ins at Player's Choice in Hanoi Roland. So you'll still be seeing these folks, although I guess to some degree you'll probably see them maybe just a little less often than before. And May and Mao are the first people here.
Yeah.
But other folks are interested, and at least some other folks are planning on it. And I don't want to say anything here, just because I want to kind of keep that. I mean, for one, I want to keep it a secret. It'd be a surprise. It'd be a fun surprise. And then also, just in case anything falls through, because again, nothing is guaranteed. Right now, it's just me and Mao, and we have to just accept it like that. We're the ones that are here. There could potentially be no one else that moves here, but this is the first big step for everyone to be together, is to pick a place and to establish roots. People weren't okay with Myrtle Beach, and I get that. But if we really want to make something like this happen, where some of our best friends in the world all live very close together, someone's got to take the first step, and it's us. And there's a lot of difficulties because it is much harder to move states for a lot of reasons, for health insurance and car insurance and business stuff and just moving our stuff. We have a lot of stuff, and it takes a long time to move because it's far away. But we've decided to do it. And
we're doing it. We brought stuff today.
We did. We actually brought a bunch of the board game stuff, and it's gonna be a process. It's gonna take us a little while to move, but we're doing it, and we'll do it in chunks. And this is kind of the announcement for this. So I know that this is a lot. This is like a whirlwind of information for the vlog.
It's been that way for us.
But it's been that way for us. Just to let you know how recent this is. We found this place
2 weeks
ago. We weren't even aware that we were going to for sure move until 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. That is how recent this is. Because we had, up to that point, we've been our landlord will probably give us an extension. Or if we couldn't figure out exactly where we wanted to be or whatever. And it's extremely recent. And as you may have suspected, Chef Con was in Raleigh because the friend group wanted to check out Raleigh.
We were going to look at places.
But based on the timeline of everything, we got very scared to do so and actually got this place before that. So we actually had this place before we did Chef Con, which is fun. But other people wanted to look around and did so. And we kept all of that private from the vlog because it's a big unknown. It's, for us, we weren't even sure that things were going to, because we didn't actually have it then. We didn't have things yet. We were nearly there, but we didn't have it quite yet.
We didn't get the keys till today.
Yeah. So this is it's fine. Today is the first day of oh, it's happening. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I know it's a lot for you guys. You have to understand it's a lot for us, but we are excited because it's a new place. It's a new adventure. There's more stuff in Raleigh and this area than there is in Myrtle Beach.
We have plans for you guys for stuff that we're excited about.
Yeah, we have the space to actually try some new things, and I don't want to talk about them, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. But it's also it's going to take a while, right? Because moving is a pain. Moving states is a pain, and then also getting things set up here. It's gonna be a process, right? And I feel bad for Kepler because we just got the diagnosis of make sure you keep him stress free, and I'm oh my God, we're moving. So I hate that, but we're gonna do our best with him. He'll
get him settled here.
And we will. We'll obviously take care of him, but I do hate that timing happened. But I think that's it. And you probably have some questions, and I might be able to answer them, but I think the biggest answer is going to be just kind of stay tuned. This is the next phase of our lives, and it's a big one. I mean, we have spent the last decade in Myrtle Beach. Before that, we were in Columbia, but only for a short time.
Before that,
we were in college in Georgia. So, like, I feel like this South Carolina chunk of our lives, the South Carolina arc, has been a while, but I feel like we're now into the next step, and I'm very excited for what is possible. I am going to miss being so close to my friends in Myrtle Beach. I'm gonna miss being so close to my parents. I'm happy that we are as close here as we are, that we can easily get back, but it is not the same. You know, it is it's a different feeling. We're not super close by, but my sincerest hope is that we will continue to, reduce stress and reduce workload in our lives and be smart about how we approach things here and be able to utilize that time to, spend time back there when we can. That's a hope. And also, I know that my parents are extremely grateful that I do the vlog, because that allows them to stay connected to what we're up to, and they watch the streams and things like that. So I know that that'll mean a lot to them. But it's hard for them, and it's hard for me. But for as stressful as this all is, I'm still excited. And speaking of the stress, you probably now better understand why I've been so stressed this year. Not only have I been dealing with all sorts of things, all sorts of different health issues and worrying about Kepler, but in the back of my mind, I've been thinking about, oh God, we're probably going to move. And as it gets closer, oh God, we are definitely going to move, and then just freaking out. So that probably explains a lot of my IBS. And the rest of this year hopefully will go better, but there's going to be a transition period as we move and get things situated here. And I hope that you'll just stay tuned, and we'll do our best. Also, let me use this opportunity to say a shout out and a thank you to the patrons who we have previously told, but not very far in advance, because we did not even know for sure we were going to. I kept this a secret actually from patrons too, because I wasn't sure that we were going to move in May.
Yeah.
So in the last Patreon video, so this has actually been kind of a shock for them. They know, a little bit sooner, because this vlog will be out just a little bit later, but like they know a little bit sooner, but not a lot. So this is a shock kind of to everyone. And, I wish I could have explained it sooner, but I was worried that something would happen. We wouldn't get a place, things would fall through, and we'd be pushed up against a wall where we had to sign the lease, and then we would be stuck in Myrtle Beach for another year. That ended up not happening, but I wasn't sure, so it seemed better to not risk that, and I don't regret it, but as a result, not only are you all finding out today, but patrons found out not that long ago. That being said, we sincerely value patrons for helping to make things like this a reality for us. I mean, we've continued to grow and push ahead and try new things, and we owe so much of that to the direct support that we've received on Patreon and Twitch, and in a variety of other ways. So thank you all. We appreciate it. And the only other thing I have to say is just, I guess, be excited. It's going to be weird, but there really is a potential here to grow and to try new things, and I'm just very excited about it. And it's going to be weird, and I think that there's probably, there's going to be some difficulties just, being a little far away from home, but I am very excited to see what we can do here. And I am hopeful that our friends are not too far behind, and I'm excited for folks to see what happens, I guess, in that regards. But we'll get there when we get there.
If you're sending mail, check the mail FAQ.
Yeah.
We'll update that.
Yeah. So for anyone that's like, oh my God, I have a package in my hand and I'm on my way to the post office, it's totally fine. We're keeping our P.O. box in Myrtle Beach for the next few months for sure. And right now, that's the only place you can send it. So send it there. That's totally fine. But as a general rule, if you're ever going to mail something to us, check that website the FAQ in the description of mail videos. Just check it. I don't know why anyone would keep our address on file on their phone, but don't do that because it's possible it can change. But whatever it says there is the correct address to send it to, and it'll be another month or so, I think, before we have like the new PO box on there, because we're still in transition. We're not living here quite yet.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while to get to the point where we're like living here. But now this is our new place, and I look forward to making it our own.
Me too.
I'm excited.
I am too.
We do not yet know what rooms are going to be what.
I kind of wish everything was packed up so we could start unpacking.
I know. We got to figure out what room is going to be the Malmakes room, and which room is going to be the streaming room, and which room is going to be the working room, and which room we're going to sleep in. You'd think that it's the master bedroom, but we haven't always worked that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes the master bedroom makes more sense to be something different. And like that thing over there, dining room, my butt, that ain't a dining room. We're not going to dine in there. We're going to put something in there.
You have one of my bedrooms. Are you aware?
There's a Mitch Hedberg bit about...
I think it's up to me to decide how many bedrooms.
How many bedrooms I have. This bedroom has an oven in it. Anyway, okay, I'm done for real. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with us. Some of you for the entirety of this wild project in year 13. I'm very excited to see what this next phase of our lives is like, but I guarantee that this next month of our lives is going to be rough. That being said, we're still planning on doing all of our streams and stuff. Still planning on doing breakfast stream and not missing any of those, not missing any of the Friday streams, and all that stuff will still be happening in Myrtle Beach because moving equipment is hard. But it's a work in progress. Stay tuned. Let's meet back tomorrow.